On Monday of Holy Week, Jesus and his disciples, they're coming back into the town of Jerusalem. And something happens on this day that I'm sure most of us have heard about, but I want to make sure we take some time and really think about what Jesus did. Really think about what happened. And so Jesus and his disciples, they're coming back into Jerusalem and they go to the temple. And when they get to the temple, they find these religious leaders and money exchangers. They find them taking up money from people. And back in this time, this is still the time where people are performing animal sacrifices in order to grow closer to God, in order to get more of an experience of God, rest in his presence. And so as Jesus entered, he saw these religious leaders and money exchangers selling pigeons and animals so people could use them as animal sacrifices. And then what they had done is they had turned the temple of God, a place for Gentiles and Jews alike to come and worship God and rest in his presence. But instead of doing that, instead of worshiping and using the temple as designed as this holy place, they instead are using it to better themselves, and they're using it for worldly and material possessions. The religious leaders are corrupting the house of the Lord. And so Jesus is coming into the temple just days away from being put to trial, put to crucifixion. And then he finds these religious leaders corrupting the house of his Father. So he reacts in a manner of righteous anger. He begins to turn over the tables and kick out the religious leaders. And then he says this in Mark chapter 11, 15 through 17. He says, "Is it not written that my house shall be called the house of prayer for all nations? But you have made it a den of robbers." On Monday of Holy Week, Jesus begins the cleansing of the world by starting with the cleansing of the temple. And then in verse 18, we see the religious leaders begin their plot to have Jesus killed.